So good afternoon, November 18, 2013. This is CISG113, Section 1, Information Security and Privacy. This is the beginning, number 10 for learning contract number 3. That means this is the last week for learning contract number 3. So welcome back. So as I said, this is week number 10. That means at the end of this week, you should be able to finish your learning contract number 3 and get ready for submitting your work. Starting from this Friday until next Wednesday, it's your time to do the submission, so you still have time to work together. So I'm not going to talk more than 15 minutes today, but I would like to direct your attention to this latest teacher's message released yesterday. If you look at this teacher's message, I would like to make sure that you understand the meaning of teamwork. That means it's very hard for only one person in your team to take up all the work involved, so you must share the work to be done, particularly in the discussion forum and the collaborations wiki. Okay, so may I invite you to just make sure that you have a good discussion. To make sure you have good discussions on your teamwork. And the second thing is very important. If you look at the subtitle of this particular teacher's message, I said pair and team discussion. And then when you look at the small questions there, it's a very important question for you to do a self-review of each topic you have already done. Okay? It's very simple. Do I know the topic well enough to discuss with my learning partner or team partners? It's a very straightforward question. Do I know the topic well enough to discuss with my learning partner or team members? And indeed, this is the set of questions I would like to use to see when you get to the learning portfolio, to see how much you have already learned for each topic in the past 10 weeks. Okay, so when you look at the topic, it's very simple. How and where does the topic fit in the overall learning of the semester? So when we talk about information security and privacy, when I have given you a lot of the topics to choose, okay, and each week you are allowed to choose one topic out of the themes provided. Have you chosen enough of the topics, or in that particular topic, which will convince you it's very important in the overall learning of this course? Because if you do not make decisions, it's very hard for you to hold them up together, and your digital story might be interesting. And then the second question, how many important parts, pieces, steps, subtopics, or main points make up my topic, okay? Make up my select topic. In other words, you have to answer to these questions by looking into your journal material and also looking into your discussions, details with your learning partner. How many pieces have you made it up, okay? Do you have a clear understanding of the important or even technical? We do not do a lot of technical things here, but the vocabulary of the topic. And do you feel comfortable with using the vocabulary? Now remember, this is the last learning contract, and in each learning contract, we have given you a learn and practice sections. If you go to the learn and practice section, you will discover a set of vocabulary that is appropriate for that period of time, and you might want to refer back to that in order to answer this question. And these are resources I would like to remind you, do not miss them when you need to use them. And then, can you give clear examples that will allow others in your team to more easily understand the topics? Now, if you are the person who jumps the topic, you're the best person to give example. And if you're the partner to discuss with your learning partner about those topics, you're also the best person to raise examples. Then, can you write a clear explanation of the topic in your own words, okay? And that is a challenge, but you should have done it at least 2 times in your personal proposal and in your peer proposal, all right? And then can you explain how the topic information is organized? Now this is a very interesting way to understand your concept. When you study one topic, you cannot study the topic from scratch. You have to build your understanding from some established parts. And where do you start? Can you explain how the topic information is organized? What would others need to learn first? So you need to determine, if you want to understand my topic, what do you need to learn first, second, third, to help them understand it fully? So you might want to take into account those intermediate steps. And then I say, can you find images that would clearly represent the ideas, concepts, actions, and uses of the topic? Those are very concrete suggestions on what you can do in your report, okay? And also, can you explain how to use the topic, if applicable, to solve problems discussed in the course or in the suggested questions? Can you explain the most difficult aspect of understanding the topic? What is the most difficult aspect of understanding a topic? Is it in the form of a laboratory, an experiment, or anything which could be simple? Okay? Like a diagram. So, do you feel, the last question, do you feel you can answer most of the questions your peers, that means your team partners or members, might ask you about the topic? Or if you have a forum here, when other table asks you about this, do you feel comfortable to answer them? Now, these are 7 questions which often can help you to reflect on how much have I understood my topic selected as of this week, or as of these last learning contract, very timely. And also when you finish the last learning contract, well, when the 3 contracts add together just 30 points, you will be in the very last stage of the semester for the learning portfolio, when you really have to use the 7 questions to look back on what you have learned in the course. Can I put the pieces together so that I can tell a coherent story? Okay, that is very an individual work. And as I said very last, starting from this Friday, you will have the submission links ready for the last learning contract. And then beginning next Monday, you will step into learning portfolio. Now, when you step into learning portfolio next week, I guess most of you are still occupied with submitting your work until Wednesday. So, allow me to say that, be prepared. When you come to the very last stage of our course, which is 3 weeks long again, you have to build a learning portfolio on your own. I will give you an individual wiki on the Moodle environment. So in individual wiki, you need to build up what you have learned, what you have done in the first learning contract, what you have learned, what you have done in the second learning contract, and what you have learned and what you have done in the last learning contract. And when we put them together, we can also have a perspective, because we invite each one of you to do one topic per week. And when the learning portfolio period comes, it's already week 11. That means each one of you should have 10 topics at hand, which you should feel comfortable to produce a learning portfolio. Now, in order to make your work lighter instead of too much, I would say, if you have 10 topics, okay, I would say you just need to select 5 out of the 10 to prepare a good answer, or better said, to prepare a good story based on a set of questions like this. Okay? if you thought about your topic using the set questions provided here, I'm sure you can produce a story that should be coherent enough for you to tell. And if you do 5 topics, 1 report per topic and 1 digital story per topic, that will be very excellent. And your digital story should not be more than 5 minutes. Okay? So 5 topic means 25 minutes. But individually, not 1. Okay? So 1 topic at most 5 minutes. So that is very consistent with what you have been doing in the semester. In other words, you've done some topic investigations, and then you come back to visit them. You select 5 out of 10, and for each one you produce 1 report, and we call this a block. Okay? Your block of the topic and your digital story of the topic. That is a very interesting showcase of your learning in the semester. And one simple criteria, when you select 5 topics, at the end of doing each topic, think how your topic connect together. Because this semester is about information security and privacy. Okay, so you need to try to tell a story of how your topic selected 5 from 10 connect together, and individually it presents an individual perspective. That is a very fair and very interesting way to do something. Not too much, not too many, but give you enough time to think. All right. So, and based on the discussions with your learning partner, based on the journal material, and now with that set of questions, it should help you with that. So I think I should finish my briefing today here, and I'm going to give you your time to talk about it, so you can integrate what I given you at the beginning of today's class into your discussions now, and I will come back to you at 4:30 to invite individual team of you to share with us your work in progress in learning contract number 3. Okay? Now please go ahead and do your discussions now. Okay? That should be the very last meeting before this Friday. Alright? Of course, if you have a question, you can ask me. Alright? If you have a question, you can ask me. And every time I need to give you something to update your understanding. I've already given you feedback on your second learning contracts journals and discussions already. So
make sure that you make best use of it. Okay? Wicked. 我哋爭收條問題，我們還有3個問題。
Oh yes. In the meantime, let me take attendance.
我們沒有發生問題啊，都是我負責一個，這是什麼問題也可以算的，不用這3個，這是自己算，自己。這節課就是讓我們做那個。
Albert.
就是用這個題目做一個。
Anna. Thank you. Lexi, yes. Long Tom, yes. Kathleen, yes. Fancy, yes. Him, yes. Tom, thank you. Charles, yes. Key, thank you. Lena, yes. Patty, Galen, yes. Sophie, Charlton, Watley, yes. Joyce, Magnolia, yes. Roy, thank you. Watley is here, right? It's not here, Watley. Watley is not here yet, right? Okay. He's not here yet. Okay, your questioning definitely ask me.
就这个。
就是我们在那个，他那个不是8、9、10还有针吗？8、9、10每一周会有针吗？
可是这个跟拉8、9、10有關係。8、9、10佢會唔會有叫我哋交篇8、9、10期嗰篇嘅章俾佢啊？他會不會要我們交另外一份個人的賬戶給他？可能。
8、9、10跟章户没有关系。
这个没有关系，可是他可能也教你交一个专业的8、9、10只有我想把我的只有在 computer 化，我哋有
我3個 reference 嘅時候寫 contract free pass 關於但係其實你基本上每一個人將佢做職業培訓嘅時候咧，你都可能都要諗多2個咁樣，即係嗰個人本身可能係即係可能係3個題目。
我們現在就爭3個題目那我 report 就好像我們平時就 report 來的就，就是現在我們要用這3個題目做了，就要寫那個寫進去。
我們3人每人，我們4個人，有3個人，每人要一個題目，然後剩下一個人把這些合起來。
因為我們要討論的時候，這要我們寫完之後要還要在裡面還要在那個 discussion forum 裡面 po 上等人他回覆你什麼的，要討論好像平時這樣做。廣東話都聽唔明，有中文，有中文。你們有沒有最後你們幾個沒有放到放到不過你 feedback 用嚟做呢個，我做了不是我做了還是應該唔關事啦，係呢個我哋咁我們爭3個題目，我負責一個。
每人負責一個，然後剩下一個人把那些
教我怎麼做。好的，我們繼續說你教我的名字。我來教他們說你們這樣子。佢唔係話要我揀嗰陣做一個 report 就係咧嗰個 report 就要specific 咁做 report 啦，但係咧你要用3個問題，即係好似以前每個人都係3個問題要嗰陣時做嘅。我係啊，嗰個有我就討論緊，做討論咯。所以3個問題一討論之後，就用翻3個問題再加做 report 做成一份分。即係多數討論，多數討論，英文長啲咯。好啦，那我們即係你最尾係怎麼辦？因為他還要討論啊。最後就是黑人我們這黑人4個人一起討論。
討論那3個題目。
就是有一個人發帖，其他人就回覆，那個發帖人就回覆你回覆的，這樣討論。他要不要收？自己收。我沒有意思，他真要收。
討論那個也要收。
可能。都team discussion 即係最大嘅有個 big team discussion，嗰兩個應該都要收。係啊，應該唔使交，但係佢會check 俾大嘅。 个题目啦，我就负责一个，你们三个看看谁负责这个方式你负责一个就是这个是不是题目啦？就是你自己在里面做一个问题，你自己答发，就是你自己回答，你自己做，自答自问，自问自答。把那个做好，那就放到 team discussion 那我们讨论完之后就可以做一个 report 给他。report 这些很简单，一个人做也可以的，不用一起做也可以，只要有资料就可以做到这个。好，我负责一个题目，你负责一个吗？你负责一个。
我把那个题目发到去T 是单里面。
wiki 有得發展啊，佢嗰個 wiki 嚟嘅，佢想同先講完啦，個 wiki 即係我哋你去鋪落個 wiki 嗰度，你可以鋪上進去啦 wiki 啦，你也可以。不過我即係自己嗰個如果人渣。
我负责一个题目的话，我要是
就是你负责一个题目，就是你自己做一个找一个问题，就是找一个问题，就是用那个问题写一个 journal， 再放到那个 team discussion form 里面给我们讨论，就是这样，就是要写一个 journal， 一定要写一个 journal， 就是自己做了那个问题。自己做，也可以发到那个 WeChat 里面的，因为我怕我们的题目可能相同，重复，就是你想到就放到那个 WeChat 里面，我们就知道你是什么题目，我们就不想 OK， 这样你就你喜欢了没有所谓，就是有东西讨论就
基本上你哋有將來係
就是可以看出來。
所以我成日都係將來嘅標準係你個 IA 因為你如果你你自己嘅資料成日都攞自己嘅
中文講一次
因為如果你唔係咁，
佢次次回覆我。
即係而家我未講，
在路上。因為我這個星期有參與有點晚其實 midterm exam 應該你哋有冇睇過？我好深刻啦，有睇中文嘅章講就因為條英文太長，佢有啲咩example，啲咩 short answer、long answer 啲意思嘅，淨係要你做個答每個人自己嘅，狗吹得啱，狗吹唔啱都係冇分嘅。其實今日全部成張應該吹水係，分別你吹得啱。你傾完之後，個 partner 都有，佢叫你分析咩叫正常性。最後15分鐘就係你個 partner 分俾你，即係基本上其中有個投做呢啲咧，就會有拋水喺幫你打傾嘅時候，就啲資料。基本上擺喺個小地方，你可以將佢嘅時候所以係咁樣咯，即係大家第一個第一個30分鐘就係將，即係包括你第二個30分鐘就會講翻你決定啦。如果我哋話所謂嘅所以一個而你嗰個手法就係你咁就係你咁樣 吹到好似聲，吹過去聽。我話下星期邊聽聲，呢科我未聽聲，呢科都有聽聲。即係其實大家都有需要，即係當你講UPI 雖然都係真係少聽嘅，我知但係超多咁都起碼多到好多倍。10幾倍啦，即係啲人覺得我们几时做？我们几时完成？我们什么时候完成？周一如果我做了，我会选星期六开始做，还是星期一二也可以做那个 week。我就没错，我六日就是星期六比较差一点嘛，有关系，星期六晏晝差，之後做真正。你們有測驗嗎？吹啊，卡，我們這個星期是set。最近要完成那個。嗰邊我哋一人知道第二環，我聽日收到應該完成咗，完成咩？完成嗰個問題咯。我星期三應該就完成那個問題那個鋪上去，星期三，因為星期三我早上只有一堂課，淨係翻朝早咯，大晚就要唱歌，好煩嘅成日，成日都要唱歌。之前中學就係大學先玩啲嘢玩啊，就喺度唱歌。星期三。
Now, it's already 4:35 in 2 minutes. So, in 1 minute's time, I'm going to pass the microphone to some table to make sure that you can share with them something that will work. Okay? Testing. Very good. Testing. Yes, I will give Charlie toes. You want to go first? Yeah, if you want, it's okay. Show me. That's okay. So, let's see. You ready, Charlie? No, oh, it's okay. Sophie, is the table okay? All right, Magnolia. Just share whatever you have prepared. It's okay. There's no right or wrong answer. Okay?
開
Yes.
咗個 Facebook 群。
Do you want to go to use the computer? Okay, go ahead. Yes. Use your PowerPoint or whatever it is. Thank you very much.
我沒有帶手機啊。
So we have the team constituting Sophie, Joyce, and Magnolia. Yes. Just plug in your USB. Yes. Wow. It's so nice. It's a big screen. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Thank you.
Hello everyone, we are Team 2 and today we will show something about computer crime with you guys.
Wow, that's good.
And first I will introduce the background of computer crime. And as the internet has linked everyone, will become easier and easier to be attacked. And in that case, computer crime has become one of the most fast-growing type of crime. For instance, according to the research, nearly 73% of Americans have encountered some form of computer crime or attempted crime on the web. However, don't be nervous. Although computer crime is hard to control, we still have some ways to protect ourselves. And firstly, we will come to this question. I will introduce something about that. What kind of activities can be called computer crime?
Very good.
Well, generally speaking, there are three kinds of computer crime. First, phishing, which is a kind of
Sorry for that.
practice to send fraudulent emails in an attempt to trick the recipient and obtain money from victims. And secondly, hacking. It is similar to digital trespassing. Hackers steal your information and use it in a particular way that you do not know. And finally, stalking or harassment. It is a kind of computer crime that do not involve money. Its purpose is to disturb or threat the victims. And this is something about the meaning of computer crime activities. And Magnolia will introduce something to protect ourselves from computer crime.
Thank you.
Well, it's my turn. As Sophia just mentioned, there are three main kinds of computer crime. And every kind of crime has its method to protect ourselves. To begin with, the one that refer to virus, worms, and other software that gets onto your internet without you being aware is called malware or phishing. And today, some malware just pretend to be a normal software and will ask you for money to remove that. To prevent this kind of crime, I think we should never ever give money to programs you don't remember buying. And don't download software from sites you are not sure you can trust it. And furthermore, the one that gets access to your personal information and uses it for their own benefit, then identity theft or hacking, as Sophia said. Since everyone is very trust their privacy, so I think we should take some actions to prevent this kind of attacks, like never connect to your bank account on a public computer, or using the Wi-Fi access to a point you are not absolutely sure you can trust. Also, you should never use your credit card at a site that you are not sure it is safe or you can trust it. And finally, since people leave a lot of information about themselves online when they log on their website, they are very easy to be attacked by cyber stalking, who using the internet to repeatedly harshes another person. To avoid being attacked by this, we should follow in Arizona's website's advice. That is, only type things you will actually say to someone face to face when you are online. With these three methods, we can well protect ourselves on the internet. And now it is Joyce's turn to tell us more about our third question.
Thank you, Joyce.
I want to say that what kind of sign you will reserve when there has danger. And around the topic computer crime, I will show some normal ways. First one is suspicious official websites that look a mentorship or poorly matching. Though I think some dangerous web looks just like a healthy web, it is hard to find this problem. And the next one, we must have made this, like emails asking for personal information or passwords. I think not only from email, some other web also appears this trap. The thing as that solicited communicate from someone you don't know. One important things of it, someone has gotten your personal information, so you may easily to believe them. Then the last one is certain or troubling language. Some is persuaded in both place that you just be a little bit clearer. I think you must can notice it. And all about computer crimes must carry are very various and still in development. One way to solve it is that a great number of places for us to report the crime online and help to create a safety environment. Whatever, I think change the perceived situation problem is fundamental way out. Just like we should to come out some ways to private us web safe. Just we cannot when they attack us, then we do something to protect it.
Okay. Thank you, Joyce. You did a good job.
all above is our. Oh, wait, no, we want to conclude our topic.
Yes,
So.
thank you. Nolia?
Well, I'm going to say the conclusion of our topic. And I think in order to us all, the situation of computer security are become more and more serious nowadays. And I think as there are a lot of actions can be called computer crime, we should be very careful because the risks are all around us. And also, I think we have duty to help to build a safety online environment. Like we shouldn't do anything that are illegal, and we should have courage to report the crime online in some particular website. So that's all our sharing.
Thank you. I think you three did a very good job. It's very organized. They come the three questions. Each one of you have a fair portions of the work done. And well, I think you're doing a very good job indeed. Thank you. So, any other team? Charito? Yes? Can you? Do you need to use the computer?
No.
Okay.
We have done it last week.
Okay, thank you.
After we had finished our presentation last week, we first divided into two parts. Three of us handle three questions. One design our wiki pages.
Oh, thank you.
We also open information shared pages because sometimes we must download something, so we also open this page. We manage our time in this week and finish those questions and discuss, and then in this weekend we started to writing our report.
Thank you. I think you're organizing a very good work. So can you pass the microphone to one of the three tables next to you? Anna and Albert? Yes, I have that. Thank you, Albert. Thank you. Yes, you want to use the computer? Yes, feel free to do it. Feel free. Samantha, are you ready to speak first? Thank you. Yes?
Hi. My topic for presentation is information fraud.
Okay.
So what is information fraud? First of all, we know what information is, right? I mean, come on. But the information that we're focusing on for this topic is personal information.
Okay.
And fraud is the act of deceiving someone to gain something from them for your own benefit.
Okay.
So basically, information fraud is the act of deceiving someone to steal their own private information so that you can gain something from them.
Okay.
So why does fraud happen? There are actually two types of people who are often the victim of information fraud. The first type of person is a person with poor management of information. This person isn't really good at protecting their information that well. Maybe a reason is because they're not really good with the internet or
Another reason is that they're too naive. They trust that other people wouldn't touch their information, but in the end, people do it. So, yeah. For the second type is a person who is ignorant. This is actually the opposite of the first one. This person knows how to protect their information. They know about the dangers of hackers, and yet they still don't protect their information. Like, for example, in Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, they keep their profiles public because they want more friends, followers, and I don't know why, but this makes them vulnerable to hackers. And the hackers may use your information and photos to make a different identity, and you wouldn't even know about it.
So in this presentation, we will introduce you 4 different kinds of fraud. The first fraud is called farming.
Thank you.
Farming is caused by using a fake website to replace the original one. And they would ask you to fill in your personal information in the accounts. And the second one is called dumpster diving. As you can see, dumpster here means trash. It means that dumpster diving is when people look through your trash to find your bills or documents with your information in it. And the third one we'll introduce you is called key logging. This method records the keys you use to type mouse clicks. Hackers have a certain kind of software or program in order to detect the files that you open or copy your information on it. And the last one is the most famous one. It's called phishing. Phishing, yes. Have you ever seen it before? No, of course not. Be careful, because this is often the way that hackers use to hack into your private information. Phishing is when you receive messages that claim to be from an organization or sometimes even a bank. They would ask you to click on a certain link and type all your information. Many of these emails have logos or symbols that are the same as the original website. So at first it may seem that it's a real website, but no, it's not. Better check it first. If it seems a little odd, then do not type anything down anymore. So I'll pass my mic to Catherine.
Thank you, Catherine.
So, what do hackers do with the stolen information? First, they may go to the bank and use your ATM card information and steal all your money. They will be able to gain some benefits from the government, like for example here in Macau, the subsidies from the government. They will be able to use your identity card and get the money for them. The worst thing is, if they got arrested, they can give your personal information. And if they don't show up for their court date, the police will send you a warrant saying that they are under arrest and needs to go to court, so in the end, you will be the one in jail. They can do anything and you wouldn't even have any idea. They could have stolen everything you have in your bank account and you will still know nothing about it. Which is why it is so important for us to take precautions. It is important to protect ourselves, to protect our own identity. Because right now, not only outside is dangerous, even the internet has become dangerous. We need to keep our private information safe, which leads me to the next one, on how we can avoid information fraud. First of all, what not to do. Don't send money to strangers.
Don't reply to messages asking for your personal information. If you're thinking, is your department or banking asking, don't worry, because banks and companies wouldn't send you messages. They would always call. Now, let me pass the mic to Alan.
Thank you, Galen.
So let's see what to do. If you receive a message from a company you are not familiar with, research about the company, look up their phone numbers on phone books, and check if they are real companies. Next is to always make sure that your antivirus software is up to date to lessen the ways of hackers to hack into your system. Next is when you receive a message or email from someone you know and they are asking for money, call them first to confirm. Maybe it's a person who stole your friends or family's phone number or an email address. But if it does happen, unfortunately, your information is still stolen, you can report it to police immediately. Or if they got your documents and bank accounts, go to the departments and bank as soon as possible. They should be able to help you. As soon as you realize that you've been hacked or your information is stolen, you should protect yourself immediately. If you act early enough, you may prevent or reduce the harms. It's very important to act quickly as soon as possible before it's too late.
Okay, thank you, Galen.
Thank you.
Do you have any conclusion as a team? Okay, if you don't have any conclusions, okay. Thank you very much for sharing with us your teamwork. Okay, so who's the table next out of the two remaining? Thank you, Albert. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Kathleen and Galen. So, Patty, is your table ready? Tom, is your table ready? Or Lexi? Key? Oh, yes, you may take 5 more minutes to get ready if you need, okay? It's not necessary to go in one stroke, all right? I'll give you 5 more minutes just to get organize yourself more. And then we come back to listen to the sharing of the two remaining teams. You see, time very flies. It's week number 10 now. Yes. It's always a challenge when you know that you have a turn to share with others what you have done. Yes, Charita.
You have 2 sets of homework to submit, task 1 and task 2. So task 1, based on the selected proposal, you need to have something on the team discussions topic, something in the team collaborations committee. This is 1. And the artifact you need to submit is the problem-based learning report, problem-based learning PowerPoint, and problem-based learning digital story, which is made from PowerPoint. And the
free meeting minutes. Yes, you have to submit report. There is a report link, there is a PPT link, and there is a digital story link, as well as a meeting minutes link. Yeah. You have to do it using the software suggested. You go back to week number 8. There is a software called Camtasia. You can download it and install it in anyone's computer. You can use it free for 30 days. And using that software, you just need to press the record button, and everything on your screen will be recorded. And it will what is on the screen, the PPTs, that's what you want. And then they will also record the voice input from the microphone. Yes, teamwork. So, teamwork. Each one of you need to present something in that PPT. Not more than 15 minutes altogether. So, maybe 10 minutes good enough. 2.5 minutes per person. Well, at most 3 minutes per person. So, yes, in the third learning contract, the second task is you have to do exactly the same as in the second learning contract, but using the topic selected from week number 8, number 9, and number 10. The same as in the second learning contract. So whatever you submit in the second learning contract, you need to submit in the third learning contract too. That is task 2. The reasons why you have to do it is to make sure that you will not forget that you have to study at least one topic per week. The first one is teamwork. The second one, if you do it according to the second learning contract, is what we call quasi teamwork. Because you divided the topic among yourself, right? There are only 5 topics in third learning contract. So each person has to do at least one topic. With one person, maybe do 2 topics because you're 4 persons. These are individual work. You need to do a journal, and once you do the journal, just like your second learning contract, you need to put forth the journal material in your peer discussion forum and ask your learning partner to discuss with you. And at the end of that, you can do some wrong. Just not, you have to review what you have done in the second learning contract. But you have to make sure you do not choose the topic not from week number 8, number 9, or 10. You see, in the second learning contract, some of you did not choose the topic from week number 5, 6, 7. In the second learning contract, some of you choose the topic from week number 8. I finished giving you the feedback already, so I don't know. But make sure you do not make the mistake. You must choose the topic from week number 8, number 9. Read the teacher's message. It's already out 20 minutes. Read the teacher's message.
話要邊個而家邊咯，有對參邊有對要邊張圖啦，又分開邊三邊如果唔睇書又唔係嘅，
And then these proposals of your team is actually you can submit a proposal outcome-based learning. Okay, this is the same proposal you submit, right? So with that proposal, you do not need to do anything. This is already finished with one so that proposal, same proposal. But for 15 minutes, the same 15 minutes to submit the first one. This is an explanation because when you submit a proposal to result-based learning, that proposal already has a rationale, already have three consents of question, three reference already. Because then every proposal you submit in the past is in this form. So basically, this is the same proposal. So we did result-based learning. Right? You do not need to come up with something new. Yes, it's result-based learning. You have to construct your
team discussion forum record team discussion 即係交個 team 我們招 team 那個 discussion forum team 那個 team 那個可是我們 team 不是討論這個他就是做一个专门那三个就是我的意思是但是我们要讨论的好像是8、9、10里面的题目，这就是那个
不是那三个，不是那三个，不是这三个，这三个我不会说好吧？可惜我抽烟，三个先给我回去看那个铁蛋啊，我去看完这个我们的方面就是想到底有做什么。他说刚才要选8、9、10，这个就不是啊，可是这个也要交，这个又是交的是What can be right to pay?
Sheldon. Okay, let me give you the mic. Over there. Tom. Oh, okay, Charles. Let me hand the camera to you. Hello. Hello, Charles. Thank you. Team number?
We are team 2.
Team 2. Thank you.
Yesterday, we went to the library to continue our discussion,
Okay.
share our opinions, and analyze information
Good.
for task 1. And we took a video about our impression for this learning contract.
It's very good.
In this coming week, we will continue to finish task 2 together.
Okay. Thank you. So very nice team, Lexi, Key, and I forgot the name. Lexi? Just give us some hints of what you have done. Yes, thank you, Lexi.
We are the team 4.
Team 4.
Yes, our team is in another member, and so we can't show off that. But we have some information about the topic. It's
Okay.
about the hacker and the cricket.
Okay.
And some reference is the question is how can we know the hacker how to destroy our computer? And
Okay.
another question is the how can we stop them to destroy our computer?
Okay.
And we find some information about their how they to destroy of that, and we can use some program or some
Yes.
security is in the internet. We can find that and download of in the computer, and that can improve our firewall and make our download file have some password or more privacy can protect the computer information.
Okay. Wow, you're going into a very technical track. Okay.
So that is some information I found on today's, and
Okay.
I don't know
I think it's
how
good.
I
Yeah.
never find another information.
Yes. Anything more you want your members to add, Key or? Yes. It's okay. If you don't have anything else to add, that will be good.
Thank you.
So still make the best use of your class time, and wiki is very important. I hope that you can come back to make sure you finish the wiki work. That is very important for your learning portfolio too. Though in the learning portfolio, each student will be given his or her own wiki. It's like a team or peer wiki. Okay, I think that's it for today. If you have no question, I just give you all the time left, about 10 to 15 minutes, so you can have your discussions with your team members, and I will be here answering questions. All right?
Don't waste the class time. 没有就算了，我用了没有就算了，因为在这里坐车那不行要半程，
质地都高，所以如果算上等车的等巴士的时间，南方的政策，对南方的政策只有37。我到那个巴士站的时候，他一辆就刚好要给15分钟才能到下一个，15分钟是站吗？站起来。
The sun comes up every morning, even once the flies are like a light, the rays over the windows to illuminate a darkened room. You say goodbye, look across the heaven, and sing to the west. Evening home is sunrise, and sunset. Just a minute, the sun doesn't really fly. That's 15th century thing. We believe that God placed us at the center of the universe. We are being bits of these smallest stars and planets around us. What a shock! We discovered that the cosmic sideshow is really kind of some planet form. Others feel that it's comfortable with us, so strange. I see the sun rising. No. Now you see the important.
那里的运动场、一个游山足球场、一个
Traditional schooling is still firmly the sunrise was combined in the 15th century Europeans. We all know this. Classrooms, teachers, lessons, textbooks, science and tests, and report cards. But there is another way to educate children. A way that's different from traditional schooling, and sort of during meetings and sometimes. In this approach, I think something reversed. Because of the circumstances, we call it alternative. Questions before the traditional are, what does everyone need to know? And how do we teach that? Everyone. The alternative, however, asks, who is this person? And how can each of them be empowered to manage their own learning and their lives? I was taught that was religion. And when I became I taught my students by the what does it mean? Especially for I began experimenting with other approaches. Introducing graduate students opportunities to explore learning. We planned scholars retreats with students at which they discussed issues that concern them. Violence, the environment, sex, the future, and personal values. We organized in Scotland City, I Want to Get On, a week of learning experiences with 350 adolescents from every high school in urban schools. We used a deserted double gymnasium. Student families each built their own environment. They chose from many experiences offered by local experts. They used the city, the classroom. They created their own experiences, activities, and ceremonies. It was as powerful for us as for them. Gradually, shadowy outlines were modeled for the alternative traditional school shed. In it, students became central focus. They directed their own learning and wrestled with both freedom and responsibility involved. They reached out beyond the school to the community, in places across the country and people the world. They took on challenging experiences, sometimes in cooperative, sometimes alone. Often they were overwhelmed and needed help. It became clear that the overall purpose was not courses, grades, and credits, but the degree to which students developed as people, how much they could truth, and were on track to promising discovery.
这都6可以啊，考语系的，我们考语系的，最后时间来点播，可以会总找，做一个找，你们是做可以2:8
Because he enjoyed making special party presentations, and he liked the fruit. He tried getting on with his life, and one day, suddenly the child recording machine came. Something all his weaknesses. The child had his contribution. The child completely writes books and videos.
如果有需要，可以自己买，没有什么理由。
One of his advantages was his emotions. By doing that, he then learned how to change his disadvantages to advantages. They made a learning chapter consisting of 3 content entities. He then wrote a chapter, which is going to be in the next class. He who then dictated and listed off points which were important in the chapter. These were written in the second column. By this, he had more knowledge about the chapter than his classmates. He was more prepared than others.
Copy and paste.
He looked at some online resources to help gain more accuracy in learning. For example, best way he used it to monopolize all his online resources to locate easily. He used BBC and understand the concepts in great depth. Not forgetting Wikipedia, Bing, YouTube, Yahoo, Blogby, etc. Then in class, he made some classmates or corrected assignments. He saw which were correct and which were misunderstood. If they were misunderstood, then he would clear his doubts and write it in the 3rd column. After reaching home, he went through all of the happening class and consumed all the stuff which was used in his These questions were which one way or another usually comes in tests sometimes. The child liked reading and watching short films. We decided to make short films based on how we are. Listening about from presentations, explain life concepts, all the time. As a dream as dream building based on what he had done, he taught and teaching. We have a better understanding. This is the child's results from achieving results C's and D's. As we have the child achieving results which are beyond his imagination. By him leaving us, the student was anxious to study in
the story sounds to be very simple or a little bit irrelevant for you, but it's a very touching story about a senior high school student trying to get through some of the confusions of his work, and eventually he produced this self-directed learning, very simple 4-minute something to share with people how he did. Most of the thing he said comes from writing the journal before coming to school. Okay, you see the manual journal written by him, and he said, I start from getting 25% of 100 to 100% because of the journaling. And this is something very important. In a very old-fashioned way, it's called note-taking. I took notes before I come to class, so I understand what the teacher said. And I can anticipate what kind of question that's coming up. So that is a very important thing. Today we call this basically because of the internet age, journaling, okay? So I think if you want to go, you're free to go because it's already 5 minutes to 5:30. I just want to show you that I have included a couple of very interesting stories in this week's Buddha environment, which you're free to watch it just a couple of minutes, and I think it helped you. Okay, a lot of very interesting things, because a lot of things you're doing now are very much based on self-directed learning. In some sense, we have introduced it through self-regulated learning. Okay, I see you on Thursday, all right, and today when you can see the submission links are up to collect your work in the last learning contract. Okay, thank you. Yes, yeah. Okay, that's it for today's CISG 113 Section 1 Information Security and Privacy on November the 18th, 2013. Okay.